Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. That's Diane's Decorating and More. Thank you so much for tuning in today and joining me here on the channel. As I said before, I was doing a series of non-baked pies, okay? So this is the second pie, okay, for that series. And this one is called the peanut butter cream cheese pie, okay? So we're gonna be going ahead and getting started with everything in the pie, okay? I'm gonna be sharing with you everything that's gonna be in the pie up front, okay? So that way we'll have all that out the way. And also I'm going to be putting all of the ingredients in the comment section of the video for you guys, okay? So you won't miss out on anything. The first pie that was made for this series was the cookies and cream, okay, pie. So that way you can go back and reference that video if you're interested in making that particular pie as well, okay? So this is the second one, okay? And we're gonna be getting started on that right now. All right, so this particular pie has a graham cracker crust, okay? And I have taken one of the pies that was a little small. It's only was I think an 8 or 9-inch pie crust, and I needed more than that for this particular pie. So what I did was I took the pie and crumbled it up just to measure, as you can see there, how much would actually be in the crust. So that not being enough to do what I want to do, I went ahead and took some graham crackers that I had here, okay, and crushed those up inside of the bag. All right, so I'm going to continue to do that, just to crush them up to make sure we have enough for the base of the pie, and that's your graham cracker crust. Now, if you want to, you can feel free to use Oreo. Oreo has a chocolate cookie that you could use for this particular pie as well. I chose the graham cracker crust simply because I like the flavor. And with it being a peanut butter cream cheese pie, it would kind of blend in a little bit with the peanut butter and the cream cheese. I thought that would be a better color and be more presentable in terms of the pie itself, okay? Well, that's why I chose the graham cracker crust for this particular pie as well. All right, so now that we got that pretty much crumbled up there, we're gonna take our bowl here, okay? And we're going to open up this bag. All right, we're just gonna pour this in here, just like that, okay? And you can take another spoon and just kind of like continue to, mash up those pieces that may not be fine enough for you for pie crust for you. You can do that. Or if you have a processor, you can drop this inside of there and just, pulse it until it gives you the fine crushings of the crackers that you're looking for also. Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do now is take some melted butter. Okay, you can either take 1 stick or 3/4 stick, and just pour it over it like that. Okay, and that's gonna kind of help solidify or should I say help it stick together a little bit better too. And just toss that butter in there like that. Okay, that warm butter helps every time. So combine this pack of graham crackers with the one that came in the pie also. Okay, so that should give me enough crumb to do what I want to do for the pie, because I'm not using a regular pie plate like that. I'm using a springform pan for this particular one, okay, pie. So that's why I'm putting a little bit more effort into it than I did for the first set of pies that was made, okay? All right, so that looks pretty good to me. I like that. Right. Okay. All right, that looks good, okay? So now we're going to combine this in here with this, all right? And we're just gonna mix that in. And I learned how to do this part through trial and error, and just experimenting when I didn't have enough and didn't want to go back to the store to purchase an additional pie shell. I learned how to combine this like this, okay? And it turns out great every time. So it never had a fail effort yet as it relates to that. So I'm pretty much happy with that part of it, okay? Now we got our prepared pan here. Okay, we're gonna spray that just with a little oil. All right. Okay, so now this is our spring pan that we're gonna be using, okay? All right. Okay. So we're just basically gonna spray this inside here. All right. Okay, so what I've done here is taken a sheet of parchment paper, okay, and just folded it in quarter sections like that, and just cut the shape out for the pan, for the bottom of the pan, okay? That's gonna go in there as well. And you don't have to do this. I chose to do this simply because this is what I'm comfortable with doing, especially when I'm dealing with a spring pan, okay? All right, so we're going to place that in the bottom of the pan, just like so, okay? See that? All right. And then we're going to take our bowl of crumbs here and place that inside of the pan here. Alright. Okay. Leave a little for maybe decorating something on top of it. So I'm always thinking outside the box when I'm making things, so save a few of those little scoops there for decorating the top of the pie or whatever. Okay, so all right, so we got that going right there. See that? So we're just gonna press the bottom, the edges. Gonna press the edges like that all the way around, up, 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 and up. Just pressing it up against the wall of the pan or the sides of the pan. Okay. So that's basically what you're doing. You can use your hand to do this, or you can use a spoon like I'm doing, or whatever you're comfortable with using to do this. Okay, guys? All right. All right. It's almost like preparing a cheesecake, but a little different. Slightly different because of the ingredients. Too. The ingredients are a little different for this pie. All right. Put that pushed in Okay, you can see that. Yeah, all the way around like that. Just pressing up against the pie pan there. Okay. Alright, then so you're going to keep doing that all the way around till you can get the crumbs to stay. Alright. Okay. Okay, that's pretty much what you're looking for. Okay, and then we're going to set that aside. Okay. Alright. Okay, so now with that out of the way, what we're going to be doing now is putting our 1 cup of peanut butter, okay, into our pan, to our mixing bowl here. Go ahead and get that out of the way. Get all of that out of there. And then we're going to put our powdered sugar in there. We have 1 cup of powdered sugar. Make sure I say that. 1 cup of powdered sugar. Okay, and these are our dry roasted peanuts that we're going to be using for the topping. Okay, and this is our whip topping, or some people say Cool Whip. Okay, that we're going to be folding into the mix also. Okay, all right. And this all makes up the, this also makes up the ingredients, okay, that's going in here. Alright. And this is 8 ounces, okay. I had just a little left over from the previous pie that I had, so I'm going to add just a little bit more from this new tub here to give me that complete 8 ounces that the pie calls for, okay? All right. Okay, we got that out of the way. Okay. All right. So now that we have the ingredients in our bowl, we're going to go ahead and put in the last 2 ingredients, and that is our cream cheese, okay, which I have allowed to come to room temperature. All right. All right, and we're going to go ahead and whip all this together before we add the dry ingredient in, which is the powdered sugar. Okay. All right. Get all of this off of there. Okay. Got a little bit more on there. Let's get all that peanut butter off of there. All that's the good stuff. I like peanut butter, okay? Always have, always have. You can eat it with bananas, you can eat it with crackers, bread, or just by itself. It's just that tasty to me. So this is what I like doing. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this together, whip this together right quick, okay? delicious, guys. It really, really does. Right? So now that we have all of that whipped in, our last ingredient that we're going to be adding is our powdered sugar. And that's 1 cup, okay? I'm just going to put that right on in there. Sure we get all of that in there by scraping down the sides of the bowl. All right. Okay. That in there. All right. Pretty good. It's coming together good. So now we're going to add a little milk to it, which is what is that, about a quarter, half a cup. Looks like a half a cup. So yeah, half a cup of milk. Okay, and like I said, all the ingredients will be in the content of the video for you guys. Okay. All right. That's it. That's it. That completes all of the mixing parts and everything. So what we're going to do now is pour this into our prepared pan here. Okay, remember our cookie crumbs. I went ahead and put it in the oven at 350 for 15 minutes. Okay, just to brown it, because that's what I wanted to do. It's not necessary, but that's what I wanted to do to get that flavor that I like, okay, and that taste. Okay, so we're going to go ahead now and pour this into our prepared pan, okay? I wanted to make sure I show you guys that. All right, so let's see here. Yes, okay, you can see that. There we go. All right. So we're going to pour this in here. So you can see that. Pour it in there like that. All right. And again, this is going to go in the refrigerator for about 3 hours. Okay. If you wanted to do what they call a fast set or quick set, you can put it in the freezer for about 1.5 hours. Okay, and then you can take it out and just test it to see if it's solid enough at that point. If not, you can put it back in the freezer for an additional 30 minutes or so. Okay, because you don't want it to freeze, but you want it to be cold enough where you can slice it successfully. Okay, all right. So now we have all of that in there. All right. So, okay, place that around there. That. Okay. That looks good to me. It smells so good. All right. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. All right. Clean it up a little bit. That looks like. Okay. That's exactly what that looks like. Okay. All right. So now we're going to put this in the freezer, refrigerator section first for about 2 to 3 hours. Okay, and then we're gonna come back. We're gonna put some extra decorations on it so you can see the end results. Okay, so stay tuned. All right, so now we're back in our pie. Has been in the refrigerator for more than a little over 3 hours. But yeah, 2 to 3 hours, okay? So we're gonna try, and hopefully it has solidified enough to allow us to cut it, okay? So we're going to open this up here. Right. Okay. We're gonna lift this up slowly. All right, that looks good so far. Again, this is in a spring pan. This particular pie is made in a spring pan, okay? So that looks good to me. Let's see us, guys. What do you think? That looks good to me. All right. So now, you can leave it like this if you desire, or you can decorate it, okay? As usual, I have some things I want to do here. I'm just gonna add just a couple of peanuts around the edges like that. Okay. And like I say, you can just leave it plain, or you know, you can decorate it with peanuts, with your favorite icing, your favorite chocolate even. I mean, you know, you can do that, okay? Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna put this little extra stuff here, as usual, okay? All right, so I'm just gonna add that in there, okay. Not too much, just a little. I'm gonna give it that look, okay, like that. Alrighty. All right. So with that, and add it to it. Those are our dry roasted peanuts. Okay. I also had some little crumbs left over from the crust when I was making the graham cracker crust. Okay. Alright, so and I also have some little morsels, okay, that I'm going to add to it as well. Okay. Just on top there, sparingly on top. Okay. Alright. Just sparingly, just like that. Okay. And then I have this little dust, what they call edible gold dust. Okay. You can get this at your local market as well. I'm just going to sprinkle just a little bit on top there. Crumbs there. I know I'm going over the top, but you don't have to do all this, okay? This is just me. Okay. All right. Okay, so that looks good enough to me. I'm gonna stop right there. All right. give you a close-up look of this. Okay, all around there. That's what it looks like. Okay, all right, and that is our peanut butter cream cheese no bake pie. All right, so now we're going to attempt to cut this. Okay, all right. Right or wrong side here, guys. Okay. I do need a pie slice lifter. I do not have one. So bear with me a second. Okay. All right, can you see that? Let me turn it this way. Okay, great. Okay, so now we're going to get our pie lifted here. Hopefully this comes out right. I think I may have taken off more than I'm supposed to. Anyway, there we go. It's part of it anyway. All right. Okay. So that looks good to me. I'll let you all be the judge of that. Okay. There you go. All right. On the back, sides. All right. Okay. All right. So now we're going to taste it to see exactly how this pie tastes. Okay. Okay, let's see it there. Yes. This is another good one. This is really, really good, guys. It really is. I am very pleased with the way this came out. I truly, truly am. I don't know what else to say, except it is very tasteful, very tasty. I can taste the peanut butter, cream cheese, and the flavorings. Okay, so this is very good, very good. So if you make this pie, you will be pleased with the taste and the way it came out. Okay, yes, you will. This is really, really good. I can honestly say that it's good. Yes, indeed. So thank you once again for joining me here on the channel, and it's Diane's Decorating and More, to make this lovely, lovely pie. No bake pie on top of that. So if you decide to make this pie, or you give this recipe to someone and they make it, let them know. I'd like to hear from them as well. Okay, show them the channel, and so that they can leave a comment. Okay, and once again, thank you again for joining me here on the channel. You guys go out and have a great one. Take care now. Until next time.